Society.
Sociedad.
Society. Society. We live in a society dependent on technology.
Vivimos en una sociedad que depende de la tecnología.
We live in a society dependent on technology. We live in a society dependent on technology. Disgusting.
Asqueroso.
Disgusting.
Repugnante.
Disgusting. Disgusting. That looks disgusting.
Eso tiene una pinta asquerosa.
That looks disgusting. That looks disgusting. Importance.
Importancia.
Importance. Importance. We have to acknowledge the importance of good nutrition.
Tenemos que reconocer la importancia de una buena nutrición.
We have to acknowledge the importance of good nutrition. We have to acknowledge the importance of good nutrition. Already.
Ya.
Already. Already. I've already been there.
Yo ya he estado allí.
I've already been there. I've already been there. Significance.
Importancia.
Significance.
Significado.
Significance. Significance. Being a florist is nice, but I want to do something of significance with my life.
Está bien ser florista, pero quiero hacer algo de importancia en mi vida.
Being a florist is nice, but I want to do something of significance with my life. Being a florist is nice, but I want to do something of significance with my life. Examine.
Examinar.
Examine.
Investigar.
Examine.
Estudiar.
Examine. Examine. The doctor examined the patient.
El doctor examinó al paciente.
The doctor examined the patient. The doctor examined the patient. Pronounce.
Pronunciar.
Pronounce.
Declarar.
Pronounce.
Pronunciarse.
Pronounce. Pronounce. No one pronounces my name correctly.
Nadie pronuncia mi nombre correctamente.
No one pronounces my name correctly. No one pronounces my name correctly. Inch.
Pulgada.
Inch. Inch. The boy was about 10 inches tall when he was born. The boy was about 10 inches tall when he was born.
El niño medía alrededor de 10 pulgadas de altura cuando nació.
The boy was about 10 inches tall when he was born. The boy was about 10 inches tall when he was born. Anymore.
Ya no.
Anymore. Anymore. I don't believe him anymore.
Ya no le creo.
I don't believe him anymore. I don't believe him anymore. Level.
Nivel.
Level.
Piso.
Level.
Plano.
Level.
Nivelar.
Level. Level. Which level are you at in the computer game?
¿En qué nivel estás en el videojuego?
Which level are you at in the computer game? Which level are you at in the computer game? Duvet.
Edredón.
Duvet.
Edredón nórdico.
Duvet. Duvet. He covered himself up to his neck with the duvet to keep himself warm.
Se cubrió hasta el cuello con el edredón para mantenerse caliente.
He covered himself up to his neck with the duvet to keep himself warm. He covered himself up to his neck with the duvet to keep himself warm. Certainly.
Por supuesto.
Certainly.
Sin duda.
Certainly.
Desde luego.
Certainly. Certainly. I will certainly try to help.
Por supuesto. Intentaré ayudar.
I will certainly try to help. I will certainly try to help. Original.
Original.
Original. Original. The judge decided that the original punishment was too severe.
El juez decidió que el castigo original fue demasiado severo.
The judge decided that the original punishment was too severe. The judge decided that the original punishment was too severe. Fully.
Completamente.
Fully.
Totalmente.
Fully.
En delante.
Fully. Fully. The patient was fully conscious but also totally paralyzed.
El paciente estaba completamente consciente, pero también totalmente paralizado.
The patient was fully conscious but also totally paralyzed. The patient was fully conscious but also totally paralyzed. Individual.
Individual.
Individual. Individual. Each employee has an individual office.
Cada empleado dispone de una oficina individual.
Each employee has an individual office. Each employee has an individual office. Spectacular.
Espectacular.
Spectacular.
Impresionante.
Spectacular. Spectacular. The England captain scored a spectacular goal in the final moments of the game.
El capitán de la selección inglesa anotó un gol espectacular en los momentos finales del partido.
The England captain scored a spectacular goal in the final moments of the game. Training.
Entrenamiento.
Training. Training. He has a really specific training.
Tiene un entrenamiento muy específico.
He has a really specific training. He has a really specific training. Lorry.
Camión.
Lorry. Lorry. They loaded the merchandise onto the lorry.
Cargaron la mercadería en el camión.
They loaded the merchandise onto the lorry. They loaded the merchandise onto the lorry. Sufficient.
Suficiente.
Sufficient.
Bastante.
Sufficient. Sufficient. His explanation was not sufficient to answer all my questions.
Sus explicaciones no fueron suficientes para responder todas mis preguntas.
His explanation was not sufficient to answer all my questions. His explanation was not sufficient to answer all my questions. Wage.
Salario.
Wage.
Sueldo.
Wage.
Emprender.
Wage. Wage. Donna earns a wage of $10 an hour at her job.
Donna gana un salario de $10 la hora en su trabajo.
Donna earns a wage of $10 an hour at her job. Donna earns a wage of $10 an hour at her job. Shave.
Afeitarse.
Shave.
Depilarse.
Shave.
Afeitado.
Shave. Shave. She shaves her legs.
Se afeita las piernas.
She shaves her legs. She shaves her legs. Amazing.
Extraordinario.
Amazing.
Asombroso.
Amazing.
Increíble.
Amazing. Amazing. The computer is an amazing invention.
El ordenador es un invento extraordinario.
The computer is an amazing invention. The computer is an amazing invention. Translation.
Traducción.
Translation. Translation. This translation has too many mistakes.
Esta traducción tiene demasiados errores.
This translation has too many mistakes. This translation has too many mistakes. Phrasal.
Oracional.
Phrasal. Phrasal. Discourse markers produce a change in meaning at the phrasal level.
Los marcadores del discurso producen un cambio de significado a nivel oracional.
Discourse markers produce a change in meaning at the phrasal level. Discourse markers produce a change in meaning at the phrasal level. Handout.
Hoja informativa.
Handout.
Apunte.
Handout.
Folleto.
Handout. Handout. I printed out handouts detailing the instructions for completing the project.
Imprimí hojas informativas con las instrucciones para completar el proyecto.
I printed out handouts detailing the instructions for completing the project. I printed out handouts detailing the instructions for completing the project. Sharp.
Afilado.
Sharp.
Agudo.
Sharp.
Brusco.
Sharp. Sharp. Be careful, that knife is very sharp.
Ten cuidado, ese cuchillo está muy afilado.
Be careful, that knife is very sharp. Despite.
A pesar de,
Despite.
pese a,
Despite. Despite. He kept working despite his illness, despite being ill.
Continuó trabajando a pesar de su enfermedad, a pesar de estar enfermo.
He kept working despite his illness, despite being ill. He kept working despite his illness, despite being ill. Plumber,
Plomero,
plumber,
fontanero.
plumber, plumber. The plumber came into the house with his tools.
El plomero entró a la casa con sus herramientas.
The plumber came into the house with his tools. The plumber came into the house with his tools. Unknown,
Desconocido,
unknown,
ignoto,
unknown,
incógnita.
unknown, unknown. She was being taken to an unknown destination.
La llevaba a un destino desconocido.
She was being taken to an unknown destination. She was being taken to an unknown destination. Recording,
Grabación.
recording, recording. This recording studio has all you will need.
Este estudio de grabación tiene todo lo que puedas llegar a necesitar.
This recording studio has all you will need. This recording studio has all you will need.